for the Voice of Truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to Alaska Uncovered, your guide to the last frontier. From wild landscapes and hidden gems to rich culture, local flavors, and thrilling adventures, each episode takes you closer to Alaska's raw and unforgettable beauty. Whether you're exploring from home or planning your own journey, join us as we uncover the real Alaska.
You are tuning in here to the one and only Alaska. Last week, where did we go to, Brother Harry?
Sitka.
We went to Sitka, and we're actually continuing on in our little trip around the state of Alaska. And so, Alaska is known as the land of the midnight sun. It's not a lovely name, and
I know.
Why is it called the midnight sun? Well, as dark as the winters in Alaska can be, we definitely know it's once it hits 4 p.m.
Yeah,
it's dark. No more daylight. So sad.
it's kind of depressing to be honest.
But you know what? I think it's a great time to think about our days during the summertime, right? So,
yes.
Nothing quite compares to the all-day sun this state can get during that season, right?
Yes,
correct.
Agreed.
So let's explore the very heart of Alaska, Fairbanks. But before we go on and introduce our guests, our very lovely guests, mind you, let us go on to our weather report.
Hello everybody, welcome to Alaska Uncovered Weather Report. My name is Sister Savannah Indiunco, and I am going to tell you the weather report in the city of Fairbanks. In the city of Fairbanks, it will be 21 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 5 degrees Celsius. The weather tomorrow will be snowy up to 3 inches, while the sunrise will be at 9:52 a.m. Hello and good afternoon to all the brethren that are watching this. I am Sister Eliana Bramilia from the local of Anchorage, and I'm going to continue with the rest of the weather report. In the Anchorage region, it will be 8 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius. The weather tomorrow will be mostly cloudy, while the sunrise will be at 9:25 a.m.
Yes, what more do we have in the outer regions, Sister Savannah?
So in the outer regions, in the city of Kodiak, it will be 37 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. The weather tomorrow will be cloudy, while the sunrise will be 9:11 a.m. Shall we continue? In the southeast region, it will be 39 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius. The weather tomorrow will be rainy and snowy, while the sunrise will be at 8:02 a.m.
Yes, thank you, Sister Ellie and Sister Savannah. And we can tell from our weather report alone, you don't even need to look outside. Yes, it is snowing. It's
really cold.
It's very cold. And
that's why we're starting to wear these thick sweaters,
Right, it's the weather, the snow, right? You see 3 inches of snow, that just keeps on piling up as we go on with our winter season. And that is not quite an easy thing to deal with here in Alaska. That's why we are going to talk about the sun. Yeah, I miss the sun.
The sun, yeah.
But you know what?
Summer is the
There
best.
is another segment, actually. What is that next segment, Sister Irene?
Our next segment is Ask Alaskans. What would you do with 24 hours of daylight?
Right, so let's see our video.
What would you do if you had 24 hours of daylight?
If I had 24 hours of daylight, I would get a 24-hour tan. If I had 24 hours of daylight, I'd probably be lit and dance around my room and dance around the road.
I go on walks for as long as I can with ice cream.
That's our answers from our Ask Alaskans. And so that was, I never heard of a 24-hour tan. Whoa.
I know.
Whoa, 24 hours under the sun for a tan. That is dedication beyond
That's
compare.
crazy.
Beyond compare. And you know what? They have some dreams. They are very going far with those goals of theirs. So that's why we are talking about sun. Specifically Fairbanks.
Yeah.
And so, but once more, there's another segment. And what is that next segment, Brother Caden?
Yes, so our next segment, it is going to be our CFO in action, since here in the District of Alaska, we continue to be very active with many activities in the Christian family organizations. So in this segment, we will watch this recap of our recent CFO activity.
Is our CFO in action, and that activity was our district CFO board game. So yes, even though we can't have our usual, outdoorsy activities, we do find our best to enjoy the company of our brethren here in, here in the District of Alaska. And so we've seen a lot of different board games that the brethren played, and actually not only here within the Anchorage region, but even the outer region. So you may have even seen photos from our brethren there in the local congregation of Fairbanks. And finally, speaking of Fairbanks, I would very love to reintroduce our beloved brother Aris Ramak and his family. So if we can give a round of applause.
Hello po! My name is Brother Aris, and go ahead, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am Sister Mackenzie.
Bro,
I'm Brother Alex.
And I'm Sister Vanessa.
thank you for having us po. We're so happy to be here with you guys.
Yes, woo! It's always a pleasure when we have, our brethren from the outer regions who are also joining us live here. Even if it has to be through video call, we make it count. We let everyone see really what this state has to offer, and that's why we are here on Alaska Uncovered. And so, actually, Brother Aris, if I recall, you do have a presentation, don't you? You filmed A Day in My Life.
Oh, you know what, Sister Ella? Take it away, Sister Ella. Go ahead if you have it.
Yes. So before we even, let's talk to our guests. Let us see their presentation. A day in their lives.
First thing in the morning, eat breakfast, get ready for school. See you
Very.
later!
So after I drop off my kids to school, I head to work. And then after work, as dark as it is now, it's gonna be dark again. You'll see later. So another part of living here in Fairbanks is right now it's 2:26 in the afternoon, and it's somewhat gloomy. I'm not sure if you can tell, but look how it's not exactly dark, but it's definitely not bright. It's somewhat gloomy, like I've mentioned. And about 2:30, the kids, elementary school wise, gets out of school, and part of it is, of course, we pick them up. And here's Sister Vanessa, and we're picking up the kids.
Hi.
Where are you from, lady?
Where am I from? Fairbanks.
Fairbanks. That's Sister Vanessa from Fairbanks. She's one of our deaconess at the locale, and also, what's the other office that you have, Sister?
Finance.
Finance officer and a deaconess. Anyhow, here in about 2 minutes, I'll be getting out, and we'll pick up the kids. Another part of living here in Fairbanks is the snow. Abundance of snow. Our snow pretty much as soon as it hits the ground. This year it didn't show up until later on, but also this snow will stay here until May or even April.
Hi.
Say hello, INCRadio.
Hello, INCRadio.
Enjoy the show. This is Sister Mackenzie from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is INCRadio. Say hi, INCRadio.
Hi, INCRadio. Currently, the sun is shining, but about like 4:30, the sun will start to set. And then it'll get dark. Good night.
Here we go again. Just got out of work. Now we're headed home. And that's a day in the life of someone who lives here in Fairbanks, Alaska. We'll see you around.
Yes, and yes, we will see them around because they're here on our live. So, Brother Aris, let's go on with our first question. We just mentioned it in the very beginning of our show. As the state is known as the land of the midnight sun, you would expect, right? Like in our question, right? 24 hours of daylight. But wouldn't you say, like, during the winter times, that's just a complete 180? So how does life in Fairbanks really let's go back to the summertime. How does life in Fairbanks exemplify, like that 24 hours of sunlight or daylight?
Oh, it's great. We as a family, we love it because in the summer, we go all over the place. For example, name some places. Sister Mackenzie will tell us where we go in the summer. Where do we go?
Probably some of the parks.
The parks. We hit up all the parks here in Fairbanks, and what else? Like the lakes, the playground. What else, Brother Alex?
The restaurants.
The restaurants. After we do our hiking, after we do our walk in the park, we'll hit up whatever restaurant will be open. So we definitely love the summer here in Fairbanks. Well, we also like winter as well, but we'll talk about winter later on. Let's concentrate about the summer since that's the question. We love it very much, and I believe here in Alaska, it's the only place where you can stay as late as you can and still be home before dark. So that's what we love about the summer, Sister Ella.
That's very true. When we were watching your vlog, our crew was also, enjoying seeing the family and, waking up, it's dark out, coming back home, it's dark out. It's very crazy for a lot of people, right, Brother Harry?
Yes.
Right? It's like just waking up, there's the sun. And then you only have that very small window of sunlight, especially during the winter times, right?
Only for like 5 hours,
Right,
like
it's
6 hours.
Like, where did the day go?
I know.
And the days really go by really quickly.
And
honestly.
it just makes you sleepy,
It makes me very sleepy.
Like you always think that like it's already late, but like it's just 5 p.m., it's just 6 p.m.
Right. And like a lot of our students, right, they come home around like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. And so let's say they take a nap and then they wake up, it's like
I always take a nap.
what time of the day is it?
Yes.
That's what it feels like. And we're talking about wintertime here. So let's ask our guests. So maybe we can ask even, Sister Vanessa. So how does it take, to adjust to the immense sunlight to, summer to the evenings during the winter season?
You just have to keep a clock. I try to keep my routine during the summer as into the winter. Basically, I get up, even though it's dark, I open up my shades to get ready for when that sunlight comes. And kind of sometimes just keep a timer, an alarm to go off at a certain time to like look and, okay, it's still, it's noon, it's 2 o'clock, and it helps when the kids get out, it's light enough that, okay, we got that sunlight. And when we get home, okay, it's getting ready for, bedtime, dinner time, nighttime, and then head off to bed. I think it's a little easier, kind of, I feel, during the winter than the summer to adjust to the time, because during the summer, when the sun is out at midnight and you don't realize, and then it's like, oh yeah, I need to go to bed. So yeah, just keep a normal routine and alarms and timers and stuff that you need, and so.
You know what? Actually, that's a very good tip.
Yeah.
Very good tip, because I usually don't schedule my whole day. Usually people do like just an overview, right, with a calendar, like, okay, we have this event, we have that event.
Yeah.
But actually scheduling your days in different increments, just so that you're able to stay productive, especially in, yes, I get very
I'm
sleepy.
not good at that.
I'm not. No, like our sister mentioned, like, actually it is very difficult to even stay productive during summer times, right? Because all day sun. It's, again, what day is it? What time of the day?
Yeah.
What time is it?
You don't even
Right.
know anymore what time.
And like it'll be like 3 a.m. But it's like
It's
it
already
is.
bright.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and the sun is still up, right? It's still, like, again, like the day is on a standstill, right? And it's just it feels like you have such an abundance of time.
Yeah.
But then here comes winter time, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We're just
It's just
We're
100
just
turns.
right, and actually we still have our CWS here with us. So Sister Savannah, what would you do actually with 24 hours of daylight?
What I would do for 24 hours of daylight, well, if it was like really, if the sun was out for a long time, for like 24 hours, I would be like trying to spend my time with the sun, because we barely even get the sun during the winter. And then when like during the day in the afternoon, I might I don't know, play a bit in my room or play with my siblings, or maybe if they're busy, I might just watch TV.
You know what? That's very real. And it seems like Sister Ellie's like at the edge of your seat. What is your answer, Sister Ellie?
What I would do, okay. So what I would do, I would just I don't know, I would just grab a pack of the popcorn and cook it, and I'll just eat it all to myself. And then after that, I was just I don't know, maybe I should do a little bit of crafting, or maybe I should do something for my classroom.
Right.
I would make something about what we learned of did you know that turtles can live for 235 years without food or water?
I did not know that.
Really?
Yes.
You know what?
That's
Maybe we should have
interesting.
like an animal episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go into the wilderness. Come on, Brother Harry. Sister. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go find a bear and bring it live on the show.
Yes.
So
It would destroy everything.
yeah, it would, but we wouldn't know. But we will uncover that here on Alaska Uncovered. And so let's go back to our guests. So, we talked about Fairbanks. We talked about, scheduling your time. But, a lot of people, and actually a lot of people give this not as a warning, but they tell a lot of people when it comes to moving here into the state of Alaska, right? You really have to know how to use your time well. And you have to learn how to be very productive, of course, right? And so, Brother Ars, or even anyone else, maybe even Sister Mackenzie, how are ways you stay productive during the wintertime?
Do you want to take this one, or I'm going to take it?
I will.
Go ahead. Sister Mackenzie will enlighten us, and then I'll go. Is that okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So how I stay productive during the winter time is I would probably type a paper, and then when I'm done with that, I will probably make a craft.
Yeah.
And then once I'm done with all of the time that I have being productive, I will finally just play with my slime and stuff.
So I'm not sure. Can you hear Sister Mackenzie just fine? Sister Ella? Okay, so Sister Mackenzie said she would type and she would do arts and crafts, because that's really what she does. And I'm glad she's into that, because it's as a parent, I'm very proud that she's into that. And as far as the typing is concerned, that's actually my fault, because coming here in the States, because I was already old when I came here in the States. I wasn't a kid, right? And in the Philippines, I never seen a computer. And at work, and even at school, I cannot type. So I figured man, I don't think I want my kids to experience what I did. So I end up introducing Sister Mackenzie to typing, like the actual way, the ASDF, the conventional way, instead of hunting and pecking like I do. And so I'm glad she liked it, and she keeps on it. And as far as I'm concerned, how do I keep productive? A to-do list, Sister Ella. Like, I always have a to-do list. Matter of fact, before I go to bed, I would do that for the following day. The truth is, I actually have a calendar, and my week, my month, and all the things that I could think of, they're in there. So I don't wake up in the morning trying to guess, what do I do first? What do I do next? There's always something. And I think not only that it keeps me busy, it keeps me healthy, I think it makes the day go by even faster.
That's true, right? Whenever you have a productive day, it just time goes by smoothly, but it's very fulfilling. Because it's not like you just wasted time, but you did something that was productive.
Yes.
Right? And you know what? You know who else would give really good advice? Who never fails to give good advice? Brother Caden.
Oh, yeah,
Brother
Brother
Caden. So
Caden.
how do
Hi, Brother
you
Caden.
stay active during winter time yourself? I want to know.
There are a lot of ways to stay active during so-called the summertime when you have 24 hours of sunlight. It's a good experience to have. And also you could do some church activities. There are some church activities that happen during the time, which not only does it strengthen the bond of us being outside, but also strengthens the bond of our faith. So when there are some activities of the church that involve going outside, especially in the summer, I usually go because it is a very fun experience to be.
Right. Nothing quite beats the joy and contentment you get with, joining the activities. And that is why in our Alaska Uncovered, we always have a segment to showcase our CFO in action. And so, there's reason for it, right? So when it's, we're snowed in, sometimes maybe we don't get that freedom to always go like we did during the summertime to go to parks, to go to any place that we want to, but we can always, as long as there's brethren there, you will be able to find entertainment. You will be able to find joy. And speaking of brethren, we have comments, don't we, Brother Harry?
Yes, we do have some comments here.
Right,
Let's see.
Well, Sister Irene, you take the lead, sister.
All right, from Brother Ronald Enraga. He said, play PS5 games 24 hours.
That's not so productive, huh?
But it does sound fun.
It does sound fun.
It sounds
Yes.
fun, but like 24 hours, that's just crazy.
Can you film that, Brother Harry? Let's see that in action. What else we got?
From Sister Irene Indionco. Honestly, living in Alaska, I would make the most of it. Fishing, hiking, walking, and just enjoying God's artwork. That sounds like a really good idea. Actually, yes.
I mean, I really
Just like go there on the mountains, go hiking, take pictures.
honestly, in the state of Alaska, any corner is just so picturesque. You're going to, the food market. There you go. There's a mountain right.
Looks
right
like you're
there.
always in a postcard,
Yes, like even like in a parking lot, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, are those the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
It's just that easy to really enjoy God's handiwork.
Yes.
Every moment, every evening, every time here in the state of Alaska.
From Sister Charlemagne Lozada, 24 hours. I will spend majority of my time outside gardening and spending more time with my kids. That sounds like a good idea.
Sounds
too.
like a fun plan. Huh?
Yes, very productive.
Gardening.
Especially if you love gardening.
Yes.
Gardening.
Gardening.
I like gardening too, though.
Gardening is fun too. Right?
Yeah, yes. Gardening the chapel.
Right. And so, you know what? We always talk about like the wildlife here, but the foliage here in Alaska is also very diverse and very interesting. So maybe we will have a gardening episode, Star. Thank you for this.
Should.
All right. From Cherubim, for 24 hours of daylight, I would relax and enjoy a cup of hot chocolate and admire the beautiful nature.
Yes.
We have a lot of nature-loving people
love the
in
hot
our
chocolate
comments today. From
Brother Jed.
Brother Jed,
Make glad.
always have my wristwatch. Oh, that's a good idea.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, you would lose track of time, especially if it's
Yes.
24 hours of daylight.
Right.
From Brother Francis Ian Indionco, 24 hours of daylight would be a great opportunity to enjoy the natural beauty of nature here in Alaska.
True. People yearn to go to the forest.
Yes.
People yearn for the greenery.
It's so beautiful here.
It's so beautiful. And even in the winter times, nothing quite encapsulates the beauty of seeing that frost, especially on the pine trees when it's like very fresh out, fresh powdered snow. But then like later down during winter time when it gets icy.
No.
Don't include me in that. But let's go back to our guests. So for Fairbanks. So how would you compare living in Fairbanks to, other places you have lived in or other places you've even considered living in?
Oh man, Sister Ella, I need to be very careful how to answer this question because we've lived in quite a few places and there's always good and there's always bad on wherever you go. But as members of the Church of Christ, I remember I was with a minister and I asked him the same exact question because, ministers move all the time and I asked him a question like, I said, Robert, what's your favorite assignment? This, that, and the other, right? Do you prefer one over the other, right? And then the minister, I will never forget his answer. I will say it in Tagalog and then I'll translate in English perhaps, right? He goes, well, alam mo Brad, kahit saan tayo mapadpad, basta ang mahalaga na pagkakatiwalaan tayo ng tungkulin at nakakatupad tayo ng ating tungkulin. Malapit tayo sa Diyos, malapit tayo sa pamahala. Yun ang mahalaga. And I was like, man, I would one day copy that answer. And God is good. Today, I am copying that answer, Sister Ella. So there's always good and bad wherever you go, right? Like when we're in New York, the traffic is crazy. Dallas, not only traffic, but also the heat. And then in Cincinnati, same thing. And then like chapels and all, and in Ohio, and all the other errands that you have to drive 30 minutes here, 1 hour there, an hour and a half here, 2 hours to church, all those things, right? However, here in Alaska, here in Fairbanks, even though we may not have the big stadiums, the big malls, and all that stuff, we have a nice Walmart, we have a nice Costco, we have 3 gasoline stations, we're all set, right? And the chapel and all the brethren, they're like within 5 minutes drive. So if here in Fairbanks, if you've driven, check your GPS because there's a big possibility you may have missed your location. So as far as comparisons, I like it, the convenience, I like it here in Fairbanks, Alaska, compared to all the other cities and all the other places that we lived in.
It's sweet and simple.
There you go, sweet and simple.
That's very true. That's very true. Especially when we go on vacation and you do go to the bigger cities. Yeah. Honestly, the first thing I think about, I miss home.
Yeah.
I miss Alaska. No, it's like I get homesick, but also just it's true. It's simple, but it's peaceful. And you've seen in our comments, everyone loves talking about the nature, fishing, hiking. It's not a very complex endeavor. It's not something that requires like a feat of immense skill, but it's just being able to have like a very slow paced life, but one that you get to savor each moment with, right? And so like hiking, fishing, those are simple activities, but ones that are very actually have a lot of fulfillment for a lot of people because they can do it with their family. And right, and if we recall, like our sister Mackenzie mentioned, right, like going to the parks, right, just going out for maybe a 15-minute walk away from your house, and there you go, you are happy and you are able to find entertainment with just something as simple as that. But that's where you really see God's handiwork, right? Every corner, you see the nature, you see really just you can do a lot with a very simple lifestyle, right? And you don't really need to have like big cities and all that, even though it might be nice for vacation, right?
Right.
But for for a family especially, I pick Alaska. Stay here in Alaska. And so we're actually reaching the conclusion. Again, time really goes by really quickly.
Time flies.
It does. No, but for our last question for our guests, if you could describe Fairbanks with one word, what would it be? Everyone. Let's start.
You want to go first, Sister Mackenzie? One word. How would you describe living here in Fairbanks?
I would Please say very cold.
Very cold. Okay, so cold. How about you, Sister Vanessa?
Thrilling.
Thrilling. Brother Alex,
One
put the
word.
chocolate down. One word. How would you describe Fairbanks? Mm,
Awesome. Great.
Good.
good. Brother Alex said good. For me, I would stick with the word that I used earlier. Convenient. It's very convenient living here. It's peaceful. Well, I know those are two words, but I would stick with convenient because everything is right there. The atmosphere is different. The air is different. I love the air. I love everything about this place. You know what I mean? And the fact that we don't have all those things that other people might look for me, that's a good thing. Because sometimes the more stuff you have, the more stress you get. So just be happy. The fact that we are together, we're in the church, we are officers, not to brag, but I say that because we're thankful. And you know this, brothers and sisters. We are very thankful.
Yes, that's a very great answer. And honestly, maybe
Very touching.
we can't be just describing the Fairbanks or any place here, really. Can't be just fit into one word.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Amazing, just amazing. It's really not, and yes, like a lot of us are very active in our communities, and even having the convenience of a place of worship, just being maybe like 15-minute drive, that is something that a lot of people around the world wish they could have. For some people, they have to go hours. Right? But even for winter times here, even as icy as the roads may get, you know what? That's not stopping us here from fulfilling our duties. And so, part of our responsibilities here on Alaska Uncovered is uncovering what our people have to say in the comments. So let's see our greeting comments from our viewers. So let's, Brother Harry, why don't you take the lead for this?
From Elvira Passion, happy anniversary po, brethren, from the local of Union City, District of Silicon Valley, California.
Oh, congrats.
Oh. From Sister Maria Evangelista, hello po to all district ministers, church workers, and all ministers and families. From Brother Marvin Mangune, happy viewing po from Fairbanks. From Kaya Gamit, hello po everyone. Hope that everyone have a blessed evening from West Anchorage. And this one is from my friend, Sister Lahiris Buen. Hello, ate. Happy viewing po everyone. Greetings from the local of Imus District of Cavite. Hello, shout out to your family, ate. And from Brother Felix Lim, shout out to the Reformado families and Brother Kip just visited a while ago. God bless. From Henry Flores, greetings to everyone from East Anchorage. From Sister April De La Rosa, hello po to everyone watching INCRadio. Greetings po from the local congregation of Fairbanks. Woo! From this one, from Brother Jose Vito. Happy viewing po, brethren. Thank you so much for tuning into Alaska Uncovered. Warm greetings po from the Servito family from West Anchorage. From Sister Marlene Kabatay, hello po, shout out Alaska. Greetings from Kabatay family from Anchorage, Alaska. From Sister Irene Indionco, greetings po to all ministers and families in Alaska. And from Jonah Bulawat, greetings po watching from West Anchorage. Ooh.
Oh, we have a lot of greeting comments, and we really do feel the love and support of those whenever they comment in or even answering our question of the week. And of course, they can further on, show support for Alaska Uncovered by continuing on to share the link in the live actually to maybe those friends of yours who aren't here in the state of Alaska and may be interested to see what they can uncover here. And so don't forget to like the live and subscribe to the INCRadio channel. And before we conclude to our acknowledgments, Brother Aris, Sister Mackenzie, what are your shout outs?
You want to have a shout out? You want to say hi to your classmates, your friends, Sister Savannah?
Well, I doubt that they're watching.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for having us, and from all of us here, and to everyone out there watching us, we want to say
good
night. Thank you, Pa.
Thank you, Baka. This will not be last because we miss you, Karis. We miss you. We miss your family. Beautiful family. But for our acknowledgements, we would like to greet our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranyo V. Manalo, our District Minister, Brother Astrofel Caraig, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Santiago June Barzana, and our district CFO, Overseer Brother John Michael Diato.
And yes, we would also like to acknowledge our district multimedia advisor, Brother Rick Santos, our INC radio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya, our INC Radio Alaska producer, Sister Ella Andrea Veronilla, Kuya in the Philippines for technical assistance, and also our on-site crew, Sister Pashua, her brother Jairus Antividad, and our cameraman, Brother Ronald Generaga.
Yeah! Woo! And so, yes, even though we are done here with our time here in city of Fairbanks, in our next episode, where are we going? We are going to the capital of Alaska, Juneau. And so, we talked about winter times. It does get dark, but what is one thing that always comes up during the winter time? Northern Lights.
Oh,
so
yes,
you might see some of that in our next episode. So thank you so much for tuning in to Alaska.
See you next episode, brethren.
Stay tuned, everyone. Good night.
Like and subscribe, please.
From the frozen trails to the ocean wide, heroes of the northern lights, stories untold, wild and free. Come uncover what's beneath the trees. Alaska, uncover every place, every view discovered. Step into